For this week's project, we're going to take our inspiration from a book. It's called Art by Patrick McDonnell. This is art. And this is art. Art and his art. Can you tell them apart? When art is in play, get out of art's way. He zigs, he zags, he really gets wired. There's no stopping art when art is inspired. He draws scribbles that squiggle. Dots, red, yellow, blue. Splotches with blotches. And the curliest cue. Art stares at his paper and uses his noodle to conjure up a perfect doodle. And doodles need houses, trees, and cool cars, a dog, a moon, and a billion bright stars. Art draws and draws till he flops in a heap, and among his creations he falls fast asleep. Now let's be quiet to try something we've heard. A picture is worth 1,000 words. And when he awakes, a little bit later, he sees his art on the refrigerator. Held there by magnets, stars, and a heart, put there by Mother, 'cause Mother loves art. Now, as I said, we're going to take our inspiration from that book. So I'm going to be drawing some of the things that Art was drawing, like a house and a tree. But you don't have to draw a house and a tree. One of the big things that was, one of the big themes or main ideas from that book is that Art is using his imagination. And he starts off with simple things like lines and shapes and dots. But then those doodles become something more. He starts off with those basic elements of just some splatters and dots and zigzags and curlicues, but then he wants to add more and put more things in there, and he's thinking about what he likes. And so Art feels like his doodles need a house and a tree, and then add a car and a dog and the moon and the stars, and you can put what you want into your picture. You might not like cars. I like rocket ships, so I put Art and his dog into a rocket ship flying above that house and those trees. You can have boats, you can have the moon and the stars, or you can have your picture have robots, and it can be on another planet. It can be any way you want it to be. But one of the main things that I want to see is a variety of lines. I want to see zigzags and wavy lines and straight lines and curvy lines. I want to see spirals. I want to see dots. I want to see different shapes as well. I want to see squares and rectangles and triangles and circles and curvy, what we call organic shapes, those curvy, irregular shapes we see in nature. All sorts of things, but I want to see you using a variety or all different kinds of lines and shapes to make a picture of things that you like, to put your imagination into there. And what I like about Art in his story is he's always thinking about what more can he do. He has that growth mindset. He's adding more. He's building off of and expanding his picture. So as you look at your work, think about ways to make it better. Take your time, color neatly, color solidly, do your best quality work. I always want our emphasis to be on quality. When I am making a picture, I am always looking at it and asking myself, can I be better? Is there anything more I can do to make this better? And the way I know that I'm done is when I look at it and I say, can it be better? And I can't think of anything else. A lot of times, my own son is a kindergarten student, so I'm very familiar with this. And he comes to me and he says, can I be done? And done isn't our goal. I don't go to a museum to see a bunch of done artwork. I go to the museum to see the best artwork. And our best is our goal. Our best should always be our goal. So I always look at my work and I ask myself, can I be better? And you can see I'm using techniques like layering the crayons. I didn't like that blue sky. I wanted to darken it, so I added black on top of that. I revised my work. I made changes to my work. I always want to have that growth mindset and look and ask myself, can I be better? So around this point, I finished coloring in on all the shapes. I looked at it, could be done, but I also thought it could be better. And so I decided to add more lines and add more patterns to my design to make it a little bit more elaborate, because that's the kind of person I am. I like more and more details. I like seeing other things on there. And so after I added those patterns and designs, I thought, now this is my best. Now I'm happy with it. And that's how I know that I'm done.